And number 7, which is just as important as everything else, but without the first 6, 7 wouldn't matter anyways, right? Because you can't get people through the door and you can't convert them into customers, then, at the end of the day, retention, doesn't really matter, right? But if you can do all those things, now retention matters. And what you really want to know in the focuses, or the number that you should really be focused on, is going to be the number of new members, right, that you're bringing in. So what's the net number of new members, okay? Well, that's not just new members started. So say I had 10 members start this month, right? Well, my net is not 10 because I may have lost 3 people. Maybe those folks went to rehab, maybe they went to an assisted living facility, maybe they went back home, maybe they went up north, right? So what you want to understand is, what is your net number, okay? So 10 people started, 5 people left, my net was 5, right? 5 people started, yay, we had 5 members sign up this month. 5 people left, net 0. Got a goose egg, not good. How do we fix that, right? Now what we need to know is, why did they leave? What was the reason? So you want to survey every person that's being terminated. And a lot of times you'll know, because they might come to you and say, hey, we're moving mom into assisted living facility. Hey, we're going up north, right? But you want to know, document it. What's my percentage that go to assisted living? What's my percentage that go into maybe a nursing home, rehab? What's the percentage of folks that maybe, maybe they fell, they broke a hip, and they passed away or went in the hospital or something like that. They got sick or there was an illness. And then, what we're trying to do is figure out, okay, trying to narrow it down to, it just wasn't for them. And did they have a bad experience, or was it too expensive, right? So if it wasn't for them, they had a bad experience, or it's too expensive, those are 3 areas that I might be able to have some sort of an effect on, right? So if it's too expensive, well, why is it too expensive? Maybe they don't know, hey, long-term care insurance pays for this, or the VA might pay for this, or there may be a Medicaid program if you are a Medicaid provider, or there may be this other thing that is in your area that helps take care of or subsidize the cost of adult day, right? So at least knowing that, maybe you can win that customer back, because you can help them see how they could potentially afford it. Or maybe if they had a bad experience, you can figure out, well, why, and you can rectify that situation. Did their loved one get upset? Was it maybe dementia related? Maybe their loved one had a great day, but when their loved one went home and they started talking to their family, they made their family feel like it was the worst experience ever. And you're like, but you never knew this. They just never came back. And you're like, well, what happened? And the family's like, oh, dad hated it. And you're like, well, are you sure? Because the families sometimes don't always understand the disease, and they may not always have an idea that, and obviously some families do, but a lot of families that are kind of new to this family caregiver role, sometimes just don't understand. They're in denial. They think mom's fine. So mom says she hated it, but you got pictures of mom dancing and hanging out with her friends and smiling and laughing and having fun. You're like, I know mom had a great time. She really enjoyed this. And can you use that story? Can you use those photos and help them understand that, hey, mom really had a good time. This actually might just be the fact that she forgot she was there, But we know historically over time, someone coming more regularly, this coming more part of the routine, even those with dementia start to look forward to this thing because it's something that becomes part of their norm. Even if they can't express what it is, it's just part of their normal routine, and it feels normal, but we know it's good for them. And they may not be able to explain why it's good for them, but it's actually helping them in a lot of ways, cognitively and physically. So just understanding that side of it, so you can kind of start fixing problems, if you notice them. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.